Hey guys, Age here, back with more Genshin Impact. Genshin just updated. It is now patch 6.4, Lunar 5. Alright, so we're up to Lunar 5 now. I think there's only like 7 Lunar patches, so we're getting close to the end now. Wait, no, because 6.5, 6.5 will be Lunar 6.7. No, maybe. Because they have to release Lohan, Linnea, and Sandrone and Nicole. 4 characters across 2 patches? Yeah, I think they're gonna extend it. It's gonna become like Lunar 8 or something. Anyways, about this patch, I've curbed expectations. Right? I'm not as excited as I was for 6.3, the climax of uh, Bina's story and the Lunar Maidens and all that stuff like that, and Dottore, and oh, that was great. This this is the interlude. This is the side story. This is we need time to develop the we need development time, so we'll just give them something to all over. Because if you really look at it, if you're not planning to pull for this character, which is like a, a couple days content, and then there's like Varkas story, which can be knocked out in a few hours, and then there's the Mondstadt alternate. I have no idea what type of like where are we going with the Mondstadt thing? Why is everyone cosplaying and stuff like that? Like for like what's her name? Officials cosplaying as the Fatui. We're stealing the Holy Liar again. There's a Klee statue. They're like, what is this? I mean, it would make sense if Dottore, like I said, it would be really cool if this tied into Dottore, because Dottore is not dead yet. All right, just to say that we got that glitchy quest complete screen, and that could indicate that someone is messing with Irminsul. And if you don't remember, Irminsul is the history of the world recorded. It's like a database of the history of the world. So he and remember, Dottore can copy himself. So he could have a copy messing with Irminsul, altering history, and like that's why I said it could be cool if like this is an alternate history and stuff like that. I doubt that they would go down that route, but it would be so cool. Tina, I really like that screen now. Like it used to be that flat screen with the generic printout of a maiden, but now it's like there's Columbina. Ah, yeah. I logged out here. I'm like, look, okay. I know exactly where the new boss is. Because I came here and I ran around in a circle for a couple minutes. I'm like, what is this for? And then it hit me. Like, oh, this is probably for a new boss or something. Because they put the teleporter here, but not the boss. This used to be like a brick wall. Those are always useful. Okay. Yeah, so I came down here. I want to see this new boss here. The Geo Gecko. So yeah, I was saying, like in this patch, there's just the Varka story and the Mondstadt story, and that's it. There's no new map or anything like that. Which I can't expect him to shell out a new map every patch, but and then like the Mondstadt side of the story, like I said, I think I'm gonna have to be in a mood to enjoy that because I'm too pessimistic. I'm a realist, and like I'm jaded, and I do have a sense of humor. I do laugh at some animes and stuff like that. Like in Freeman, I love the interplay between Stark and Fern and their offbeat, slow burn relationship. They're so funny. And then how dead faced Fern is when everything she does, and how they portray her being mad and upset. Just poofs out her cheek and like, oh my god, and she's blowing up. I'm like, that's her blowing up, just poofing out her cheek. I mean, I enjoy silly and stuff like that, but I have to be in a mood for like low tier humor, which I think the Mondstadt stories is like, oh look, the statue is now clean. Oh look, Fishio's now playing the Fatui. Really? Okay, so let's see how this boss works. Hello. Whoa! That hit me hard, dude! Oh. Oh. Oh, he's a radiant beast. He's like the Moonfly. I saw that. He's like, where are you? This guy. Where, within like 15 seconds of the battle, he puts the HP and, damaged, debuff on you. Don't heal it. And sadly, I didn't get to see any mechanic. Die too fast. Well, that was slightly disappointing. I'm sorry, people. Why not? I don't really need his mats, but grab it. Yeah, all garbage. I'm capped on resin, so a nice 40% decrease will keep it from capping today while I do the quest. Alright, so. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, I want to give a shout out to. How do you say her name again? How do you say their name again? Where are you? Oh, Hibiscus? Yeah, I think it's Hibiscus. Shout out to them. Had a fun time playing with them. Co-op. It was actually the first time. Like, I never do exploration co-op because, like, a lot of times I'm just standing there watching someone do a puzzle, right? Like, you really can't interact. And the quests are hit and miss. Like sometimes you can start the quest, but then there are steps in the quest that you have to leave. Basically, can't interact with the NPCs or some objectives. So I stopped doing exploration co-op, or else yeah, I would love to exploration co-op and help with puzzles and quests and stuff like that, but they don't allow that. But it was fun. Shout out to this player here. Crazy. Yeah, out of all places in the world, Hibiscus is from the same place I was born. I mean, what are the chances, man? What are the chances? And let me tell you, the country I'm born in, it barely registers with anyone when I say the country I was born in. Like, no one knows where it is. Anyways, okay, so did that quest. Ah, yes, poor Varka. Bark for Varka. Oh, poor Varka. I did watch this trailer. I should have done a recording of my reaction. I was laughing at that. I haven't said to you, I was laughing. I loved the whole. It's like, Grandmaster, where are you going? And he's like, the wind is calling me. It's like one of those scenes in anime. It's like when the girl says like, "Oh, we're gonna go take it's our turn in the you call it the bathhouse in the spa." Like it's the girl's turn, and then like one of the guy there's always one of those guys that get up and immediately leave. And it's like, "Where are you going?" It's like a man destiny calls. Like this is my destiny. This is what a man has to do. It's one of those things like he's doing something that he shouldn't. Basically, and basically it's Varka running off trying to get away from his work. But I mean, if he works like day and night, I think he deserves a break, man. Poor Varka, man. Gene rides him hard. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, that anime was funny. The fish is now canon. He's like dual wielding a fish and a sword. I'm like, oh, they put the fish sword as canon. It's actually in the game. Okay, Claymore. I need a Claymore user. Yeah, Malika, weapon. The fish is now canon. It's Varka's alternate weapon. Oops. Oops. Alright, so yeah, let's test run him. Varka, he's very... This is not a simple yes or no question should you pull for him. As a new account, or just started, like, within 6 months of starting, like, within that time, if you started your account in 6 months, do not pull for Varka. Varka, honestly, I think I tack him down to pull him if you really like him, like you simp for him, like how I simp for Shirk, like hands down. I don't care if she's good or bad, or they'll never use her, or she's a one-off character, or anything. Her design and how badass she is, she's cool. Like if how I describe Shirk is how you feel about Varka, yeah, I can get him. And then the only people left that in a good position to get him are people with really old accounts like mine who have a bunch of alternate support 5 stars across all elements. And then whales. Whales don't care about anyone except gambling and their addiction and just to pull. And then the other one is content creators because they need content. So you'll get your Daro and you'll get your Brian Online, you'll get your Moga, your all these content creators just pull for Varka because they need content. And gambling with the banner is entertaining content. Sort of. I don't watch the C6 part of it because you're C6ing the character. You're gonna spend hundreds of dollars. It's both disgusting to look at and very aggravating for a low spender, free to play, and just a person in general that knows the value of money, right? I'm a veteran gacha player, and you never spend hundreds of dollars on gacha games. Yeah, there's that sense like it's their money, they determine the value and all that stuff. It's like it is such a waste. It is literally watching someone burn money in front of you. You never wail on gacha because there's always something better on the horizon, and that philosophy goes to free to play and low spenders. If you missed out on previous banner, if you missed out on Dern, if you missed out on Shirk, if you missed out on any previous banners within a few months, oh, don't look at them. Always look forward because within the same amount of time that time passed, you seen that character, there is something better always on the horizon with gacha. You always look forward. All right. Like, if someone started this game, I would not tell them to go pull Raiden unless you sim for them or any of the old characters. Always look forward. You're starting your account then. You're starting to build your account from this point on. So you get your main DPS of each element, and then you get support characters that help those main DPS characters. From then on, you don't look back, except for a few mentions, like Bennett. He's been good from since the beginning of the game, right? But I wouldn't tell someone to pull Yay Mako or Raiden Shogun or Nahida or Navia or even Nuvolette, like Farina and all that stuff, because there's going to be someone better. Anyways, we're gonna pull Varka. Do not get him if you're free to play, or your account is new within 6 months. Because what they ask for Varka to be just subpar, not to be exceptional, not to be meta breaking or meta competitive, like how Shirk isn't top tier, but she's up there. Like he's not even that. Even if you get his premium team right now, even if you get a bunch of alternative 5-star characters on his other elements, he's not gonna be in that group category. And the other thing is, you absolutely have to pull his signature if you're going for Varka. They literally created a character and put 30% of his damage on his weapon. It's not the character is good out of the box, and then the weapon gives you an increase, like 100%, and the weapon boosts your character by 20% or 30%. No. This is a character that's 70%. So he's really bad for a C0 out of the box character, and then his signature brings him up to like 5 out of 10. It's mediocre. It's okay. He's usable basically. Okay, now how does his normal can you just hold down attack and he just auto attacks? No. Okay. Use his skill? No. He doesn't auto attack. You just don't hold down X and he auto attacks. You actually. Isn't he supposed to get charges or something? Okay. I want to see if this works with, like, I have one of those cheap controllers that has like a turbo function. I wonder if this works with Varka. No, that's not it. Yeah, I'm just holding my extra button. That's a turbo button. And he's just auto attacking. And then and then to do a charge attack, I just hold this and then go right back to. Wow, he's smooth. He is smooth. Wow. Oh my god. It almost feels like I'm playing a Monster Hunter game. Like, I use a weapon called Charge Blade, and I use my turbo function during that, and the auto attacking. Oh my god. I really. Oh my. This is making me almost wishing I could pull for him. I almost wish I could actually pull for him now. It's like, he's so smooth. With my turbo function, oh my god, this is actually fun. I can see why they Nicole is going to be his best in slot. Is because he needs interrupt. Like, look how long his attack string is, right? And I don't think he gets resistance when you use his skill. Man, the effects depends on the thing. A tap, deep forward into the one fluid motion, dealing AoE and Nemo damage, switching to soaring drum mode. On some drum, Varkas' normal attack and charge attacks increase, and he perform plunging attacks. Also, when performing normal charge, dual wielding claim with corresponding element based on element type character in the party, respectively. This elemental damage cannot be overridden. Additionally, when some drum there's blah 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 party, Varka diverted the special elemental effect 4 Winds Ascension, dealing corresponding elemental and enable damage. Additionally, Vark can also expand the use of special elemental skill, form a special charge attack as you're devouring that does not consume stamina and deal corresponding a hold. Oh god. After charging for a while, leap forward and the duration. Yeah, that's his hold skill. Yeah, it says nothing about increased interruption resist. And then all of his passives, which I like how in the live stream they just glazed over. They just quickly mentioned it's like, oh, if you have this in your party, if you have this in your party, and you have this in your party, they did. They said it so fast that make sure like they didn't expand on it, right? And then on his character card, they didn't list his passives. That's how bad they know Varka's restriction is, because they didn't even list it on his character card, which they always do. The passives. It's just saying the same thing, right? Yeah, he gets no interrupt resistance. But yeah, he needs a shield. Like he needs a shielder when he's fighting like in content with multiple enemies that could interrupt him. Which is like one of those. It's like you have to put to make this character decent in DPS and make him feel good. Like like you want to see big numbers. You want to see your characters perform well in the content that's released, right? Just to see decent numbers come from him, you have to pull so many fives. They're asking for so many 5-stars, and a lot of them are locked to the fire element. So it's like he's mostly a fire. He's mostly a pyro attacker, because they're asking for Durin. They're asking for Bennett. They're asking for Venti. They're asking for Nicole. They're asking for in the other teams, Farina. They're asking for Shenhei. Anything, any 5-star support that boosts damage or attack. Like Farina boosts attack damage, right? Bennett boosts attack. Durin lowers resistance on enemies. Like all these 5-stars all have to be some type of support that increase damage on your main attacker, right? Look how many 5-stars they're asking you to pull, right? They're asking you to pull Satali because, like I said, he needs a shield. So I would put Satali in his party because in his cryo party, right? Shenhe and Satali in his cryo party. Farina and another water I guess Dahlia? I don't know who would you use as another support that boosts his attack in the water section, in the hydro section. And then the electro section is going to be Fischl. And I think Sara? I think Sara boosts attack? I don't know. Anyways, let's use him. Wow. Wow. Look at this, look at this. They're doing it again, man. Giving you 3 5-stars, and then Bennett would be Nicole, if Nicole was released by now. Oh shit, whoops. I screwed up. The characters were like... Oh, come on, dude. Oh man, continue challenge. Give me a second here. Oh, you have to hit the enemy to get the cooldown reduction. Damn. And then we got Flimsy Boy here. Whoa, that's it? Didn't you get more enemies? Oh god, I hate this so much. I already did that. This is still going on. Yeah. There's really nothing. Wait, what? What? Oh! Did they add Ventis here? Or so not Ventis, Durant? I haven't seen them update this section in so long. Yes, I did them all. It was during my Bewika one. Oh, yeah, okay, they moved Durant's thing here. I was so desperate for Primos trying to get C1 Moika. Wow. They're actually using this section again. Wait, where's Mondstadt's thing? It really isn't an Archon quest at all. It's an event. Yeah. So yeah, events are never like tied to the main story at all. So wow, this patch is so bare bones. If the Mondstadt thing isn't even, you know, a side story, a side Archon story, and And there's just Varka's story. This patch has nothing. Oh my god. I don't record events because it has no impact in the story whatsoever. It's not part of the Archon quest. I'm not even going to record that. Literally, I have nothing to record this patch. Oh my god. I'm not pulling Varka. I'm not going to record the Mondstadt event because it's not part of the Archon story at all. It's not even classified as a side story. And the only thing left to record is Varka because he's cool. Like, I don't even normally record character stories like. Oops. I didn't record any of these except Shirk's because she was badass and cool, and she comes from a different planet, so there could have been references to the outside world of Teyvat. So that's why I recorded it. Something that could possibly contribute to the main story of Teyvat. And then yeah, I don't care about Durin's I Want to Be a Real Boy Pinocchio story. Oh, this is so sad. Oops. Let's turn on voice. Oh no.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Oh, let's pick up our compensation. Oh, that's not. It's like a version update. Compensation. Oh, we broke something and we didn't fix it. Compensation. Like, you know it's broken and you never fixed it. It's just basically live with it. 600 primos right off the bat. Nice. Do not pull on this. Do not pull on it. Like I met someone who wants to pull on Eula. I highly recommend don't. But you know, like I said, pull for the characters you really like. So if you really like Eula and you don't care about meta or big damage or her damage or anything like that or being meta or pull for her, I guess. Can't believe this is how bad Mondstadt is. You got 1, 2, 3 characters, and that's on the standard banner. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9. I think these are all everything except the end of Elegy is on the standard banner too. No. It's you only have 2 weapons that are limited. The rest of them were all on standard banner, so you could get them free, completely free, using the standard wishes here. It's like this is what I call like they really fucking hate Mondstadt. Like Mondstadt needs a huge update, and they don't want to do it because they don't want Mondstadt to overshadow Leeway because Leeway's Chinese. Oh my god. Oh man. Whoever pulls for Varka, I'm kind of jealous because it's like he is fun to use. Oh my god, like I would enjoy gameplay with Varka. with my turbo controller. Because he's like, if you have to keep hitting X X X X X X and R trigger X X X R trigger, that could be annoying. But I'm just like holding down one button and he's doing his entire attack string. He's very easy to use, like Chaska. And I really don't like how they put all these 1.04 star characters on his banner. It's like, yeah, that's really good for new characters, new people with accounts. Getting constellations for Bennett, Zhongling, and Sucrose. But it's like, but the character, the 5-star character, is not for good for new accounts at all. Like early game, I'm guessing if you pull Varka, yeah, he's gonna feel really good because like his multipliers are really better than what's you'd get on a standard like Diluc and Jean types characters and Mona and Kachin. He will feel better than all of those. But he's gonna fall off so hard at the mid game and late game content. When they actually ask, like uh Spiral Abyss 10, I think he's gonna start struggling if you use like really beginning characters like Barbara and who else is a water character, and Xingqiu. All right, let's do it. Where do I start? It's not in Mondstadt? Oh, view letter. Is that it? Wild Hunt Phenomenal Location. A map showing location of Wild Hunt Phenomenon investigated and recorded by the Likey. Oh god, that's old. That's beginning of the Nodcry story. That's not it. Yeah, what's this? You say what's this thing for a heart that always misses for every second. Blah 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 and gather. Yes. You happen to need a bard, one who can turn Anti? This.
Oh, it's from the Tone Deaf Bard. Apparently, he wants to hear all about our adventures in Nodcry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Starsnatch Cliff.
Oh, basically I just got up and started recording. So I'm eating breakfast, and my breakfast got cold with all that talking. So if you hear me chomping away, sorry about that. But you shouldn't, because it's like soft food, so not crunchy or anything. Alright, so while they're talking, I'm gonna eat my breakfast.
Ah, welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Not Cry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
I just want to point out, that's not young Varka, that's experienced old Varka.
They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Ha 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 ha. Very funny.
Hey! Is that all you've got?
Lohan?
Oh, bring it on!
Okay, he sounds crazy.
like that.
He's like laughing, a crazy laugh, like another fucking child character, like child. He's like battle junkie, right? And so is Varka, and now Lohan. I thought Lohan, he looked like a quiet character, like one of those strategic quiet characters that are like in the background supporting the loud characters.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varkas said.
Dude, it sounds like you got issues.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
I don't like coming across cocky, and I hate cocky characters and people in real life.
Oh, so you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
There's a content creator called Mr. Feet, and he does challenges like can you beat Genshin on 1 HP or something stupid like that? And then he would always say, I would win. I would win. Can you beat Dottore with 1 HP? A single character? I would win. He keeps saying that. It's like, I would win. Ha ha ha, I would win. Fucking hate people like that.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time.
What? That's odd. That's very odd to say that he talks about Paimon, especially. I mean, you could read between the lines and say it's like, what, does Varka know that what Paimon is or something? Or Paimon shouldn't exist? I'm reading too much into that.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's true.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varkas send you back?
Deliver some letters.
I wonder if this is the letter that Varka was writing at the end of the 6.3.
There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Interesting. The Dawn Winery. Spy mail.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes a Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes a Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
God, I really don't like this character. His personality just grinds me the wrong way.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes.
I'm
It's a
so.
good thing we
It's like
happen to be nearby.
I'm so good. Oh, punching bag. I'm so good. I'm so terrific. I'm on the side of never underestimate your enemy. Yeah, it's a rune guard, but never underestimate, because sooner or later you're gonna come up to a situation. You're gonna come across a rune guard, but this rune guard has like, a nuclear bomb attached to him or bombs inside of him, and it's like, oh yeah, you were meleeing him, and then the nuclear bomb inside of the rune guard explodes and you die. You should have kept your guard up, and realized that this is not a normal, caution.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time... I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
Oh, I look to the right. Lohan is a cryo DPS. Interesting. I wonder if he's supposed to help. This is one of those characters that help Varka, because like I said, you need so many characters just for Varka to be usable. because he's multi-element, right? So you need characters for pyro, you need characters for electro, you need characters for hydro, you need characters for his cryo infusion.
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varkas' letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas?
I could Google it, but I want to know why the wolf has two names. You have Andreas, who's the king of the wolves, and then you have the Knight of Boreas, and Boreas is another wolf, the same wolf as Andreas. So I don't know who. I don't know why. Why there are two versions of Andreas, and why one of them is called Boreas?
Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me? Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Whoa, wait. When did they create this cutscene? He's still using the wolf's gravestone. I thought, wow. They must have finished this cutscene really early in development, even before they fully developed Varka. Like they haven't. This must be way before they designed his signature weapon, because it makes no sense for him to be seen with the wolf's gravestone now, since we know what his signature weapon looks like. That's weird.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us.
Oh, are we gonna use Varka?
This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return!
Yeah. Wait. Where are my elements? Where are my party?
On me!
Stormwind! Stormwind!
Okay, that
Without the Reikir of Solnari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
was really bad. It's like, yeah, you get to use Varka. Really bad Varka. The Varka that you should never use, like, gameplay-wise. Needs an element to fuse with. Needs a party member.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster.
Wait. Why aren't they on horses? Remember, you took all the horses.
We meet again, Andreas.
Okay. This is so fucking complicated. It's one of those. It's like, oh my god, they're doing it again. It's like 3 different versions of a character. You have Andreas, the Wolf of the North in Mondstadt, and then you have Boreas, who looks exactly like Andreas, but it's named Boreas, and then you have Andreas in Nodcry. Whoa.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now?
Whoa. That voice is so different.
I was
That's not
planning to take a
Andreas'
look around
voice.
there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
Wandering Knight?
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend.
Oh. There's his signature weapon. Where was he carrying that? He was carrying the Wolf's Gravestone, his secondary greatsword, and his signature weapon.
Come, Andreas!
Wait, what? And now his sword is Andreas. You know what I mean?
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by Boreas.
Whoa. Wait, wait. Okay. So the wolf was called Andreas from the start, and then he returned to Nodcry and gave himself a different name upon returning. He called himself Boreas? Dude, I really like that font up top. I want to see more of that, man. That's cool.
Huh?
Injustice, corruption, iniquity.
But it's just like, how is he, like, why is Varka called the Knight of Boreas? Why not the Knight of Andreas? And then this Boreas seems corrupt.
Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's cool.
That's where things stand with the expedition.
Wait, no.
The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations.
I thought we were going to actually have a boss fight there.
P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you.
Oh, no.
Don't forget to write
that's
back.
Lisa.
That's all.
You wrote one for Lisa, too. Interesting.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir writes a lot is really living up to his.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean?
Oh, yes.
That's our Grandmaster for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
Aya's not there.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel's Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
I'm on best there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these are there too as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me,
I
too.
am so confused. They're using Boreas again. But I know it's Andreas. Andreas is the king wolf. But we fight Boreas. What is Boreas?
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
No. Wait, no. That goes to the Imaginary Theater. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Amber and Mika.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Varkas coming back. The situation in Nokrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, The Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god,
Oh.
and the Knight of
No,
Boreas
go back.
serves as an intermediary between him and human.
Finally, I finally get the fucking text I wanted to correct. As you may know, the wolf, the physical manifestation, Boreas of the North is a surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the god is Andreas. So Andreas is a god, a wolf god. Now, this leads to other questions. It says Boreas is a surviving spirit. So, my question, can Andreas not manifest in our world? When he manifests, he creates an avatar? And that avatar is Boreas? But it almost sounds like they're two different entities. Okay, the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity.
Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion.
Oh.
In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land.
Lupus Boreas, who had never known love, came and it companion. Okay, how's this related to the quest in Nodcry? Because a wolf was with the trapped princess, the trapped female angel in the tower for a little bit. She was singing, and the wolf liked the song and stayed with her for a period. Was that the ancient god? Or was that Boreas? Because it says that he had known love. And now, that quest says that they parted ways. The wolf went south, basically south towards Mondstadt. And the female who was trapped in the tower left the tower and went north. And I'm guessing that's the Teresa. That's the queen of Shiznaya. But what if she actually accompanied Boreas to Mondstadt and she became the very first Knight of Boreas? It's a bit of a love triangle, because there's that knight that they said really adored. Yeah, see, this the first wandering knight claimed the title, arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago. What if that's the trapped princess, and she accompanied Boreas south when he went? No, it says he was free as the wind. He left no succession to. No, it's a he. So it's a man. It's a guy. Okay, so no, I was completely wrong. So it can't be that trapped princess. So yeah, the trapped princess and that wolf separated at the tower. They went their separate ways there. So okay, no. This was just someone that he met. The wolf that went south apparently met someone else. Because this is like Lupius Boreas had never known love and came to understand it through the journey with his humans. Like, so the wolf fell in love with the guy.
This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, see? He set off from the royal court of the Seelie.
You don't seem surprised. Did you sense something in Nodcry? Once again, you do us proud, Honorary Knight.
Oh, I wonder if you didn't do the quest. The shrine quest in not the shrine quest, the extra quest in Nodcry. Would you get that option?
The Great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varka wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the Calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions. Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency, even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action. I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
Okay. I want to check something.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angels share now.
I want to check. Who do we fight here? Is it Boreas or Andreas? Oh no. Damn it. No. What happened to my fucking stamina? Fuck. I hate how fucking far away this is, and they still haven't fixed that yet.
Up and away!
So is this an ancient god, or is this his avatar? See, Andreas, the Dominator of Wolves. So we actually fight the god. That's what I wanted to know. So we're not fighting his messenger, his avatar, the thing he uses to interact with humanity. We're actually fighting the god of wolves. Interesting. It's not Boreas that we fight there. Oh, okay. Damn it! Damn it, come on! Look at this! Look where I'm standing! And it's giving me the wrong choices. It's giving me fucking Tim and the board. Why is these so... Oh my god. Again, like, it's so simple. Move the NPC further away from the door.
In hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Hiya, Rosaria! D-Luke! Paimon knew we'd find you here.
The spy network of Mondstadt.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes.
Wait, what? What? Is he talking about Diluc's father? Diluc's father died a long time ago. Why is he apologizing for that now? And I don't know who Eroch is. See, this is where, you know how in some games the color is like the text is colored, so they stand out, and you could actually use you can click on those texts that are colored, and it will give you a synopsis of that person and how they're related to the story. To keep yourself up to date and understanding when they're referencing people that are like one off, or like Luke's father was mentioned in a comic, like it was never mentioned in the game, the main story. So it's like no one would, like a regular person wouldn't know what Varka just said here.
I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
Yeah, about the Luke.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
I think he wants
He
Diluc.
nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
I think he wants Diluc to be the next Knight of Boreas.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, But back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then. But my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
Batman! Batman! This is why I will never change my avatar, and Diluc is like still one of my favorite characters in the game. Next to Shirk.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh?
It means happy. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, okay. Colin Bean is great for like long exploring and getting from A to B. She is not good for like cramped spaces and just little movements.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
Okay, there, Batman.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
I don't know why, but this sounds off. Like, Rosaria has always been quiet and menacing, right? But she's just outright yelling. Sounds like she's yelling at me or something like that. And openly angry. Beforehand, she was like quiet, menacing.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Okay, though, this is different. Something happened here. I don't know if they got a new voice actor for her or something, but this is completely different. Like I said, beforehand, Rosaria was quiet, menacing. She was very reserved, but, you know, had that threatening talk and mannerisms and things like that. She's just openly hostile now and complaining. This is out of character.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
Okay, this must be going into the Bloodstained Knight, which I don't know much about. I know he was a knight of Favonius, and something happened to him, and his ideal of justice came to constraint. Like, he would punish anyone who would do anything bad, like, litter, or lie, or something minor would he would kill someone for the most minor things. And then he went to Conria, and then found out that the Conrians were cursed, and so he took up the mantle to help them, and so that's why he was part of the Abyss.
Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait, and then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago.
I really don't like this VA. Like, I really liked when she was quiet and reserved and cunning. She's just out like loud now. Like, ugh. Pissed off loud.
Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself.
Wolf pup? Where is Roland? Is Roland not a Knight of Boreas?
But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest Knight of Boreas who ever lived.
Who's Rostam? They mentioned him? Where's the... There we go. This was the lineage of the Boreas. It was... I happened to hear about it. First Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, and the Wolf Pup. Oh, Ross. Okay, so he's a disciple of the Wolf Pup, Rostam. So this is Varka's predecessor.
He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
I thought he got the name Bloodstained Knight after he joined Conria. But apparently no.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight.
Yeah, there we go, see.
But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago.
So the
including
Conrian
his
incident.
tutor and mentor, Rostam.
So 500 years ago, I think that's when Conria fell? And they got cursed? And so he lost his mentor, Rostam, the wolf pup?
The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Bloodstained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland. That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
Ooh.
What's going on here? Was Wolvendom always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Farewell! Come here, you little rascal!
Nothing.
Oh, are you alright? Oh no, what now? There better not be more Wild Hunt monsters! You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there! Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh? Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh? She didn't even realize she was taking one!
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land.
So this is Boreas.
And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time.
So this is Boreas. This is the intermediary, the avatar that goes between the ancient god and interacting with humans, I guess.
A familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now. Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance.
You know what I mean? I hate cockiness. Me off.
Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight. We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andrias' soul.
Okay.
The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry.
Okay.
From whence I came.
So, the god Andrias can split his soul from his main body into smaller forms. So that's why there's multiple Boreases. There could be one in Varkas' sword, there could be the evil one in Nodcry, and there could be a Boreas here in Wolvendome. They're all pieces of the god. Now my question is, what happens when the ancient god recalls all of his souls, and one of them is corrupted by the abyss?
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can he be in two places at once?
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods.
So I'm guessing that's what Varkas' sword is. Piece of the god housing a part of their soul within an object, which is Varkas' sword.
The Wolf King, Andrias, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Toadif Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Sealy Hall.
Oh!
Enchanted by their song,
See?
tender as the dawn starlight.
This is what I was talking about.
Curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south.
Okay. They're summarizing it, but yeah. So Lupus Boreas, this is a piece of Andrias' soul. So it's not the ancient god himself, it's a piece of his soul. This is the version that interacted with the angel trapped in the tower. And she was singing a song of sorrow. Because she witnessed the destruction that the heavenly principle, or whoever fell in love with her, brought upon the world. Stumbled upon the Sealy Hall, enchanted by their song, tender as the drawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind. Farewell to his home. So yeah, like I said, and then stayed for a time with this angel, that kept her body, and then they parted ways here. He went north, who I think became the queen of Shiznaya, the Teritza, and this Boreas went south to Mondstadt.
As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that? given by the reclusive king in his tower?
You referring to the heavenly principle? Shelter he provided. See, like I said, whoever fell in love with this angel locked her in the tower for safekeeping while he destroyed the world, right? And so Boreas, who went south, created an area to safekeep humanity. But he's now contemplating, is he doing the same thing as that king who locked something he loved in the tower?
The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept.
Oh, okay. The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god. Venti? And then he went back up north. So we know what this loop, they're still talking about Lupus Boreas is a piece of Andreas' soul. Stayed in the tower, went south, and trusted the safekeeping of Mondstadt to Venti, and then Boreas went back up north. But there's still a Boreas here in Wolvendom.
500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last.
Oh. Okay. Man, it's confusing. Okay. This Lupus Boreas, the tower, stayed with the Seelie, went south, protected Mondstadt, then left it to Venti, then went back north, and then went to sleep. And then this night woke him up.
The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more.
And so, is this why? Okay. Is this why there's two Boreases now? Beforehand, there was only one Boreas, up until now. Andreas, the god, created Lupus Boreas, stayed with the angel, went south, Mondstadt, left it to Venti, came back north, went to sleep, got woken up, and then this is where he split his soul into two Boreases. And I'm guessing one stayed in Nodcry, and one went south, back to Mondstadt?
Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
you need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day.
But it's not Andreas. It's just another part of Andreas. It's another Boreas. Oh god, don't say Andreas like that because you're gonna confuse people, man. The one that stayed in Nodcry and who seems to be corrupted is just another Boreas.
That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences.
Again, you cannot stop using Andreas. We're still talking about a piece of Andreas, which is Boreas. Like we just saw Varka talking to another wolf, and it was Boreas.
And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination...
Oh. Remember, the Abyss can take memories from Irmin's soul or the ley lines and recreate a being. Basically, that's why there's the primal dragon fight. It's because the Abyss took the memory of the Pyro Dragon and recreated it. So they could have done the same thing. This could be a version of the Bloodstained Knight, but it's an Abyss version.
It was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it.
Yeah, okay. Like I said...
Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
I think I read somewhere that the Roland, the Bloodstained Knight, when he realized how corrupt he is, or how rigid, or the people feared him, he went to Conria to die. But then, when he got to Conria, he realized the Conrians' plight of them being cursed and everything, and then he took up the mantle. So he could have died pursuing justice for the Conrians. And then, like I said, that's where the Abyss is, right? So the Abyss could have taken the memory of that Roland and recreated it.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. At the very start, in 1.0, when we were falling through the sky, Dvalin rescued me, Paimon, Venti, Deluc, and Jean. from falling to our death, and basically we flew on his back. So that's a lie.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
Razor, give me your Iron Claw.
Oh, is he gonna dwell in it? Oh shit. Is this a new item? Oh my god.
Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas.
Oh, okay. I thought this is actually they're gonna give us a 4-star weapon.
It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos.
It sounds cool. That sounds cool.
To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain.
At a time like this.
The Great Wolf King of the North remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupercal?
I will protect Lupa.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready. Any questions before you set off?
Whoa.
Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the wolf in the north?
The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, Dominator of Wolves and God of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the God of Storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim.
Ooh. I can't see that word. So small. He once left Nodcry, braves the blizzards to confront the God of Storm. I don't know who the fuck that is. The right to rule.
Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years, before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mons. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day.
Okay.
Any questions before you set off?
About Roland?
500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world.
See?
But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be.
This guy's a Sith, man. He deals in absolutes, right and wrong. There is no gray line, gray area. Can't keep. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I can understand how he went mad. If your mind can't adjust or alter your way you're thinking to, or not adjust. What's the word I'm looking for? Change, evolve over time, adjust with the times. If you keep yourself so stubborn and rigid, yeah, you're gonna clash. if you think like good is always the right way, then yeah. Just kidding yourself.
Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he sounds like a Zilla.
But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry.
Like I said, I think he took up the cause for Conria when he learned that they were cursed by the gods. And of course in his mind it's like, oh, that's wrong. You should curse all the people.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the token and the wolf spirit.
The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andreas is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit.
His people? Interesting.
But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god.
Yeah, we know that already.
Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us. With any questions before you set off?
Okay, let's go.
Better ask. All right. Over to you, Dvalin.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here.
Oh, did you see that?
Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Okay, the first thing I want to say, the load screen is like, use the strategic advantage points and terrain to your advantage. I'm like, not in this game. In this game is all about just attack, 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 attack. There is no strategic using the terrain or anything like that. I don't know what the hell the low screen was talking about. And then this, the scene just before this was showing the tower that the angel Seelie trapped in, singing her song with Boreas Smith.
All right. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Oh God. I'm not gonna touch it. You would not kill me. You would not kill me.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grand Master! It's...
Superman entrance. Oh.
Ha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest Knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solnari.
I wonder, is this Roland? Remember that they talked about how you shouldn't combine the soul of a wolf with a human? Because the soul of the wolf will consume the soul of the human. So in this case, yeah, he became a wolf, but the idea and the corruption that Roland had affected the wolf spirit that stayed here in Nodcry.
But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry.
Yeah, he's talking like Roland.
Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained night.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt?
Again, you do not use Andreas like that. Andreas is like the complete form of the god, like the original, where all the Boreases come from. Don't confuse people, man.
Forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
Ah, there's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him. True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
If he was corrupted by the Abyss, I could purge it. Remember, the Traveler has the power to purge corruption from things.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul. Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
Where am I? Oh, Favonius Keep.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
What the fuck are you doing here, Jehoda? There's Anefa. Blends.
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here? Great. While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt? And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rerir resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andreas, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andreas' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances.
Yeah.
That new leader is a mirror image of Roland,
yeah.
the Bloodstained Knight.
But yeah, like I said, the Abyss created Roland.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Eimsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years.
Like Durin's dragon thingy. Yaska's land.
This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects in that land. The passing of the Pyro-Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster. Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
Interesting. Wolf's gravestone.
Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
Oh, this is supposed to be Venti? Talking to Venti? Oh no, Wandering Knight.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remain. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss,
and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andrias' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the Wild Hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Varka 5D chess this.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends.
The Hexen Circle.
Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't
Okay, we get it. Let's go get the fragments.
Expeditions to go.
Yeah, okay. We get it. Let's
I
go.
managed to gather one fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on. But we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location. The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history.
With our foe being from
and since the Wild Hunt is in...
The Clink Clink Crumbkake craft shop will also help in any way.
Oh, fuck you, Jehoda.
What do they need me here for?
You like this? I hate this.
I think maybe I signed a contract at some point.
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
They ruined that character for me, Jehoda, by using that inner monologue way too much. Like, if the inner monologue was on a character that was part of the main story, like the Traveler, the Torre, the villain, the Archons, like someone in the main story, I would pay attention and it would make sense. But this is just a fucking side character, and they give her so much useless dialogue. And it's supposed to be funny, but it's not. It's just padding out the story for nothing. It's not even that funny, God.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it!
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving fragment?
Okay, let's go, man.
Time is of the essence. Let's move out.
Jeez. They could have just summarized that into like, there are 2 other fragments that we have to go get and place in the sword. Can you, Traveler, can you go get these 2? We'll handle the rest. That's it. But they padded it out with, oh my god, that useless talking and Yehoda and oh my god. No sense of urgency. They just like fucking talking. Didn't
you say fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight?
Wait, what? No. No, I forget how to do this.
Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, alright, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
What?
Shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Wait, what? Is that for that? No. There we go.
Is this what we're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword, just like back at the camp. But this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
We have to defend him?
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you...
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough. This place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious... We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable. Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part...
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. Let me think. How was it explained to me? Ah, yes. Ha 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 ha! Actually, neither do I.
Huh. Sounds like not something a certain...
I thought it might mean something. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names,
Oh,
correct?
God, man.
If I'm not mistaken...
Okay, but back then... Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
There's, like, a word for what they're doing right now. It's like they're talking nonsense. It's like word salad. They're just throwing half-baked concepts to explain something in a story. Right? They're like, it's like one of those things. It's like they're trying to be profound and you know, awe-inspiring and mind-expanding explanation, but it's really not. It's just like a half-baked concept that you're trying to come up with for the story. Just fucking keep it simple. Why can't it just be like, can you please separate the corruption from the wolf spirit? That's it. That's all Varkas should have asked. But no, they go into this, well, oh, in Natland, oh, memories are like ropes and fishnets, and they can be profound and awe-inspiring. It's like, fuck you, just keep it simple.
Also, we barely know anything about rope.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup
Oh,
Rock
shut
after
up,
Rostam,
man!
but trying to try...
They're making this overly complicated.
Yeah, I'm...
Hey!
What can I
Okay,
say?
I'm sorry. I don't care
Some
about
people like to
Roland
wait
enough.
till they've got all their ducks in a row before
Roland
taking the
is
first
like...
step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. I've been doing it that way for the whole expedition.
I'm sorry, but I don't care about Roland. I was already pushing this with Varka. Varka has been mentioned since the start of the game. So I wanted to know about his story. And we got some of that. But then they're going into the villain's story. And apparently, this villain is like a one episode type of thing. It's like, it's so it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. He's like the village bandit, right? The hero comes, he beats up the bandit, and it's over. It has no impact on the hero's story or whatever. It's a side quest. It doesn't matter at all. And I don't care about Roland enough. If this story comes back in Shesnaya or the Tavat story or the Heavenly Principles or the Shades and the Rorona and the Death and Time, and I highly doubt that. This is like, oh, this is a personal story about Roland, someone who you have never met and up until this point never knew really existed. You would actually know who Roland is if you actually went into the deep lore of this game, which pretty much no one does, right? Even me, I'm a lore guy, and I barely knew what Roland is. Wasn't he a Mondstadt guy that went mad and he joined the Conarians? Like, I barely knew anything, and I still don't care. I don't want to know about this guy. Again, this is different than Shirk. Shirk had the potential, like the carrot on the stick of maybe I'll glimpse something profound, something that pertains to outside Tavat. Maybe they'll drop an Easter egg, things like, oh, they gave us an advanced civilization outside of Tavat that's militaristic based and attacking other planets. That's cool. That builds the bigger world of Tavat and its place in it, and its and other other threats that we might see in the future. This is all about the past, and this past has nothing to do with the cataclysm, with like the bigger picture of Conria, the dragon war, the death of the dragons, and the moon goddesses, or anything like that. I don't care about Roland enough to know about him. This is sad. This is like they're giving extra dialogue to a one-off character. Someone that you'll never meet again, you know? Ugh.
But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
Like, why couldn't you just say, please separate the corruption from the Boreas' soul? That's it. No. We have to go into Roland's memory and his backstory and this useless... Read this letter to be able to do this. And, oh, remember what Natlan said about memories and fishnets and ropes and blah, 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 blah.
Whoa. It actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
If what you say is true.
You're supposed to feel bad for him, blah, blah. It's like, for a character that I have never met in the game, that didn't know existed right up to this patch. It's like, what the hell, dude? It's like that Naruto shit, right? Everyone needs a backstory, even the villains. God.
The monsters I've slain. The justice I have sought to uphold. For mortals to escape this tragic fate, a great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters!
So yeah, he championed the cause of Conria. It's like, oh, I feel so sorry for them. I'm going to give myself over to the abyss so I can fight for their injustice and what happened to them. It's like, do you realize that what happened to them is that they are partially responsible? They went against the heavenly principles. Alright? They went to challenge the god of the world. And they lost. So as punishment, the god of this world punished them. And like I said, I'm a firm believer that the god of this world is the heavenly principles, and the heavenly principles is a sentient AI from our spaceship that was sent down to Teyvat to terraform it for us, for the Traveler, for the twins. And Conria got in its way. The heavenly principles saw that Conria was a threat to the twins and punished them that severely.
The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice.
Now, the other side is that, well, the heavenly principles shouldn't have destroyed all of Conria, just the leaders, the higher ranked people who put their plan into action to that were a threat to the twins.
If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell.
Talking now? Who's narrating?
I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
Holy shit, who the fuck is this? Knight of Boreas? Who the fuck is... It's a Carnarian! Those are the eyes of a Carnarian, right? Who the fuck... Is this one of the sinners? Is this Daneleaf's brother? Because Daneleaf's brother is seeing to the future. Did he foresee this? And left a message? Who the fuck is this?
That eye. Dainsleif.
Dainsleif, yeah.
No. Who bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him.
What was his name? What was Daneleaf's brother's name? Valfenir? Something like that?
While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us.
Yes, it is.
Could it be?
It's Daneleaf's brother. Vildfornir. See, I knew it. Vildfornir, the visionary. The guy who could see into the future. So the guy in the past saw into the future while we gazed into the past and we met up. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. I love that. I love that section right there. Vildfornir. Daneleaf's brother. Oh, that's cool. One of the sinners.
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
See, it's so weird. I could care less about Roland. I was more excited for the sinner lore drop right there. Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
No. But the Visionary, like Dainsleif's brother, is more like an observer. He's not actually doing anything bad yet. So yeah, see, the Visionary is unlikely to directly interfere. He knows this is all part of history. It's already happened. It has to happen, type of thing. So it's like, why bother trying to change it, or destiny, or fate, or anything like that?
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss. Well... that about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again. No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking.
I wonder if he's going to do something stupid, like he's going to try to absorb the wolf spirit. And try not to be consumed or something.
If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way!
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully...
Nope. Ugh, it's a total disaster! More wild hunt...
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just...
The forces of the Wild Hunt come surging forth, and the final expedition is at hand. The next part of the story is more contagious. Contagious? That looks like contagious. Am I saying that right? No, like, what the fuck is wrong with my... I can't read. One second, I'm gonna Google this. Continuous. Is it continuous?
I used to take long walks in Silver Moon Hall every day. So don't worry about me. I can keep up.
Okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to it a second. Yeah, continuous. Continuous is spelled like that? Yeah, I was right. It's more continuous. For the best experience, it is recommended that you spare more time for it. Ooh! More. When you see it, you have to get it. Don't wait for later. Don't say, ah, screw it. No, no, no. This is what you do. Keep your account healthy. You get it, you see it, you get it now. You see a chest, you get it now. You'll forget about it later.
Fill me in. What's the situation?
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we set off. Albedo said we should split into 2 teams and continue searching while he and the others kept the Wild Hunt occupied.
Good call. Locating the Wolf Spirit fragment is our key objective. I would have made the same decision.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, both search teams are in big trouble. Oh, I brought a map. Before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on. The 2 teams are holed up here and here. They should have a clear idea of the fragment's location by now.
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops available to provide backup?
This is cool.
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us with...
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation report. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line, they requested to be dispatched immediately. They are currently nearby awaiting orders.
Amazing. Just in the nick of time.
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all, shouldn't you be the one out here delivering messages?
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I will only be able to return to the battlefield after another 5 minutes. Please, keep up the good work. Yeah, the logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle. Which team should they support?
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately. Yehoda, keep up the good work with the comm.
A logistics source carrying a large cache of explosive. Varka can command them to set ambushes using the terrain to strike enemy units that have strayed from their group. What is this? What? So, like, what am I doing? The main expeditionary force is locked in a fierce hand-to-hand fight with the Wild Hunt. Albedo suggests selection of 2 squads to contain resistance. Victory in the battlefield is determined solely by the action at the center. It is much. Am I, like, do I have to place this unit somewhere? Trap Squad, Knight for Vonius. Pawns of the Abyss. Once freed, the Knights of Vonius will return to the Grandmaster's command. Sent to deep within the battle to investigate. On their return, they were ambushed by a horde of Wild Hunt. Despite their experience, they still struggle to withstand the unyielding assault. It's the same thing, isn't it? This one seems further away, so they're in more trouble. Like, I'm gonna say this one.
It's the Wild Hunt! Come on, let's go help!
Something's not right. Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area. Look for terrain we can use to our advantage.
Yes, sir.
Can't they just get a fight, honestly?
Reporting in, sir.
Don't make it so
We've
complicated.
identified viable sites for deploying explosives.
Good. Wait for my signal.
What? What? Which to... What? Press button to give commands?
Logistics company, deploy.
What am I doing? What am I doing here? Join the fight.
Mr. Varka? Traveler, thank goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. They keep coming from that mist, wave after wave.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Is that the signal to say they're ready?
Switch!
Abbienti! Thunder! It's showtime! Fall back!
Yes, Grandmaster!
I don't know. I don't want to fall. I want to keep fighting.
Maria sweeping in! Thunder! Thunder! Charge! Burn! Got a bit too cocky. Huh? Flash! Abbienti! Burn! Maria sweeping in! On me.
Got to retreat. I want to keep fighting, but whatever.
Ready? Fire! The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat.
Brave knights, on behalf of the Light...
There's no need to be so formal.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search between us and the knights. Maybe they'll be able to narrow...
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next anyway.
It would be our pleasure.
We've run right through our supplies. We'll stay here and deal with any wild now that they've lost their numeric.
Grandmaster!
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we...
They've had us penned in so far, but now you're here. Maybe we can try getting to the source, which is hidden in the mist. That way, we should be able to cut off the Wild Hunt's reinforcements.
Oh, yeah? Then we'll leave that to you. Hey, everyone hear that? We need to hold the line. Time to give them a taste of the Knights of Favonius.
Yes, sir!
What they give you? Wonder here. Of course, the signature. C3 Varka. Oh my God, this is this is so fake. $66. Plus 20% crit rate, I think. $86 crit rate.
Thunder! Thunder!
Wow, he's only C3 and he's only doing like 15k HP.
Burn! Warrior sweeping in! Thunder! Off the ante! On me. Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
What? What am I doing here?
That's
What?
their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
Charge! Ooh, I'm glad that's finally over. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on everything you've learned.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're finally closing in on our target.
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though. Do you still have the strength to keep fighting with us?
Absolutely. Good to go.
Much obliged. All right, the target is just up.
Can we just go straight to it, or can we kill this guy? Oh no, that's us. Okay. I'm liking this. I mean, it's I like it, compared to the other stories. It is more battle heavy, which is good.
The hiding in the mist trick again. These guys must be easily amused. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius...
Yes, sir! Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Up the ante! Maria sweeping in! Thunder! Slash! Burn! Charge!
Knights of Favonius, charge!
Maria sweeping in! Flash! Flash! Burn! Okay, shred him!
That it?
Okay, shred him! Off the ante! Okay, shred him!
Time to get serious.
Oh, I'm supposed to kill this thing. Come on. Come on, man. Give me a burst. Give me my fucking burst, you piece of shit game. God.
Maria sweeping in! Okay, shred him! Ugh, this wild hunt doesn't know when to give Traveler.
This Traveler's shit, man. What the fuck is with this energy regen, man?
Mr. Varka, leave this to us.
Just like last time. Only a Knight of Boreas can deal with a wolf spirit, right?
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster. We can hold our own.
Ha! That's the spirit. Stay on your toes and make the Knights of Favonius proud. Either we all march back to Mondstadt to the final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have collected them all, Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way. I have to commend your chivalry, Sir Roland.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine, regardless of whether the path to it is the one I would wish for.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better
Again.
than these rookies.
No boss
It's
battle.
Egbert I'm worried about. You still alive?
For a moment there, I thought I might never taste this.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We could.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary Knight?
We can't lose our Varka! Please!
You're holding back, Knight of Boreas. I can tell this duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you dare not swing your sword with true intent. Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb hope to tame the heart of a wolf? when the wolf has seen through the lamb's plan.
Ha ha ha. You're on to me already, huh?
Andreas's question, Boreas's answer. The means to bear a soul. Though the false path may be wide and well. It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell.
Damn,
Join
that
me
came out of nowhere.
and pledge your allegiance to the Abyss, Knight of Boreas. One day you will understand that the only righteous path for those of true virtue is the path of darkest truths.
For the next part, it's over to you, Outlander who caught the wind.
What, did Varka just die? What the hell?
Oh. The sword is unbroken. But I can't sense the wolf's... Looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled consciousnesses of Bur... There's no way back. And all that lies ahead is the wolf's maw.
Oh.
Huh.
Can I eat food? I can eat food.
Yeah, a Favonius sword. Who left this here?
Lonely warrior, take me to see him.
On me!
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Wait, what? Rostam's longing, what?
Stormwind!
I kinda need an element, you assholes.
Stormwind!
Oh.
Is this the Fair Shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
There's Shadow. A 3-star sword. Nice.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger.
Oh, these are supposed to be like the previous Knights of Boreas, I see.
Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
I don't think you could jump that, dude. Oh, no, I forgot. He has a skill, that's right.
Try to keep up!
I totally forgot that. Oh, shit! Let me have control, please. Jumped fucking right over it.
Try to keep up!
Gotta get used to that distance.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice.
You already said that.
Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies! That's gonna leave a scar.
See? He has no interruption resistance.
Boreas sweeping in! Try to keep up! Stormwind! Boreas sweeping in!
My old friend.
On me! This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
So yeah, it goes Wandering, Raven, and then Rostam. Rostam is
This wind
Roland's
feels less than
mentor.
welcoming. I'd better take shelter.
What? Stop moving, Varka! Fuck!
Huh?
What cover, dude? What the hell?
I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here.
Oh, now they're consuming the buffs. My buffs.
You
being
draw
destroyed.
near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior. Step
Is this the heart of the wolf?
that's interesting.
Roland! After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind.
Okay.
Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath
Stop
the
talking,
starry
stop talking,
sky.
hurry up.
Lit at
God,
dusk,
shut up!
dead by dawn. Utterly insignificant.
So,
yeah?
Shut up!
Be that as it may, the fires that burn down
God.
here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
So this entire arena is just exposition, basically.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from
God,
now, your
I don't know.
earthly
I
flame
don't
will
like
be
this.
long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in
This is
100
stupid.
years. Just as I remember all of you from centuries
Shut up!
ago.
Shut up, people! Shut up! This is utter garbage. This is just like, oh, them just saying shit to each other. Oh, delay, delay, delay. I'm like, fuck that.
That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
God. I don't know. I've seen this in shows and everything. It's just really annoying.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are
It's just-
already at the limit of what they can bear.
This reminds me of useless posturing. Just like useless trash talk to each other. It's really fucking stupid. Getting annoying. It should have just been a boss fight. That's it.
I shall do as you wish, Knight of Boreas.
I really wish they toned that down. Just instead of all that walking around pillars and bullshit, just have a conversation with him face to face and just say, "You're wrong. These are my reasons why. Your chivalry is corrupt and blah 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 blah." And then boss fight.
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you. You don't seem half as crazed as the memories contained in the wolf spirit.
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you, I do not see a hero capable of slaying dragons. Just a lost soul who has wandered.
I guess we have that much in common. Neither of us are at our peak.
The Rayhir of Solmari's forces have been defeated. And the Roland you see is but an I wield the power that Roland did at his peak, but my heart and mind remain frozen in that blood-stained moment. Therefore, I, in my current form, am after redeeming you from injustice and guiding your surrender to the abyss. I shall rectify myself.
Huh. The world out there can bear no more of your torment. Your obsession, clearly, remains exactly as I had imagined. I suppose there's no chance to make you see the light.
No words can make a knight doubt his convictions, no matter how noble they may sound. Neither of us will sway the other, but you have long known this. Otherwise, why would you pin all your hopes on Boreas'
1 second.
single thought?
Okay, I'm back. Oh yeah. Sorry about for that little hiccup there. I received a phone call and I read the screen and it says the government of blah 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 and I'm like, oh, this looks important. Holy cow! So I'm like, answer, stop video. I'm like, panicking. So I solved all that and stuff. It's tax season, so it's like, oh, something must have went wrong with my taxes or. But yeah, I solved all that. Now we're back. Let's finish this. Holy cow! I realize I've been playing since like 3 a.m. and I look at the time now. It's like it's almost 8 a.m. I'm like, damn, man.
But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered, and all you hold is a phantom that bears it. You no longer have the means to change the
shut
situation.
up! Stop posturing, man.
Maybe you're partly right.
Stop with this like
But
nonsense
I think I
talk.
might just have a shot at a rescue.
Who cares? Let's go into the fight.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it's forgetting where we are. Andreas, can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the Northwind. How long will you
If this is your final gambit, I am most disappointed. Grand displays of heartfelt wishes cannot
Return. Return to the ley line. Is this the answer that I found?
Andreas, at long last.
This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have...
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
Yeah, see? Told you. Ooh, I'm gonna take a picture of that, man. One sec. How do I do this again? Yeah, that, and then take picture. Take picture. God damn it! How do I take a picture with the computer again? I forgot. There we go.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of...
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced.
Wait, what?
Yet, I shall not dissuade a knight from embarking on the quest of his own choosing.
When was that? When did you say that?
Your heart, your soul... They are collapsing.
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow the heart.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. The true thoughts and memories were carried within your heart. To avoid arousing my suspicion, you deliberately allowed Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own.
Ooh.
Then be devoured by me. But how did you have the strength to fight while bearing such a great burden?
Compared to Lupus Boreas' decision, my sacrifice is nothing.
Oh, is that what Varkas saw? That he would die in Nodcry? And that was basically us losing that fight and going into this world?
You have a stubborn will, and employed an exceptional strategy. But this is not the way a true knight fights.
Yeah, it is.
Your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. When he fully joins the ley lines, you too will fall.
That would be cruel, but we know Varka doesn't die.
Neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from within the ley lines, let alone rescue you. You have lost, and so have I. Regrettably, I can no longer offer you salvation. May your soul rest in peace with Boreas. Lonely.
Haha! Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both of us to return to the ley lines together, the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine wine and good friends to get back to. They're looking forward to my triumphant return. I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail.
Oh shit. That was an AOL reference, man. I don't think anyone got that.
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! To Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka.
To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Go Varka! He's the right to us!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help.
Oh, I get
This
it.
is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
Damn. You go, boy.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
Oh, tell me we fight. Let's go!
A knight is always true to their word. So please.
Oh, I can't
keep
change
your
party
promise
members, damn.
and return victorious.
You are not alone. Right back at you, Varka.
On me. Flash!
north wind.
Let's go!
May it guide you on your journey home.
Oh shit, what?
Leave it all to me.
Oops. I think I screwed up. Aw. I destroyed the epicness.
Try to keep up.
Was I not supposed to fight those guys?
Try to keep up. On me.
Huh. Time to get serious.
There's
an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Varkas.
On me. Freeze! Up the ante! Thunder! Freeze! Flash!
Oh shit. Fuck you. I don't know why he did in the wrong direction, dude.
Fly home to us, Grandmaster! Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn.
Fate's chosen Lupica.
One final battle!
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on. but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
Oh.
The other Knights of Boreases.
Not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf.
And I guess this is Roland.
I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey, everyone. It's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah. I'm home.
Okay, there we go. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Again, though, it's villain of the day, villain of the week. It's Roland wasn't really world ending. He wasn't world ending. He wasn't big on the story. We did get some good Varka. We got some good action. It was battle heavy, which I liked a lot. And the ending, the power of friendship and stuff like that. How they got Varka back was the same reason why they were able to pull Roland and Andreas' soul apart at that scene by using letters, by using memories, I guess, of other people. So they got a bunch of letters, which represents everyone's memories of Varka, and used that to separate Varka from Andreas, so Varka wouldn't follow Andreas into the ley lines. Alright, that's pretty much everything. I mean, That's the entire patch. The only thing left is pulling for Varka, which I can't do because I have to get Lauma, so I have to save up. And the event for this patch.
Huh?
Really sad.
Huh?
Really sad. Got nothing else to record or share or anything like that. The rest of this patch is just basically logging in, doing dailies with the weekly grind of bosses, and saving up. Leave a comment down below what you think of Varka's quest. Did you really like it? Did you really get into it? It was nice. I gotta say, it is a lot better than a lot of the older character stories, and it is a character that I was actually slightly more invested into. Like I said, I wasn't invested into Durin's story at all. I could care less, so I just noped out, paying attention wise. But this was fun. If you have if you want me to do an Abyss, another Abyss video, let me know in comments or anything like that. And if you want me to explain why Varkas, and again, I don't think anyone should pull unless they're a whale, they have a really old account, or you really, really, really like Varka. Like, you don't care about efficiency, meta, or any type of maxing out the character damage-wise. Alright, this has been Age, and thanks for joining me, you guys. For the next couple videos, like I said, it's going to be like an empty slog, so bear with me. There won't be really much I can upload, because I respect anyone who watches YouTube videos enough to not put out garbage videos. I'm talking about those videos that say it's like, oh, I'm restarting a new account with females only, or swords only, or I'm going to only use Geo, or or video. It's like, I'm going to play Genshin and only play it with 1 HP or something stupid. I respect people enough to not put out garbage videos. Actually, something substantial and talk about. And I don't put out Stygian at all, because Stygian Onslaught is just basically for the whales and people who actually care about min-maxing and ICDs and cooldowns, internal cooldowns, and rotate and skill maximizing your skill rotation and perfect dodging attacks and blah blah. It's just doing the same fight over and over and over and over again, trying to maximize your potential. And I'm like, that's fucking boring, dude. At least with Spiral Abyss, you could change up your party members and go. There's a little bit of leeway when it comes to, well, not anymore. A lot of it is shield. But I find that you could have a little fun in Abyss. But Stygian Onslaught, watching people for hours fighting the same enemy over and over and over again, it's like, that is not fun. Ugh. Alright, so this is Mage. Thanks for joining me. Later, you guys.